I let my girlfriend have a try at this game. She started growing chest hair. My girlfriend didn't get why I loved this game. Said I was a loser and a weirdo. So I built my transport company into $1 million empire just to show her what I'm capable of. I haven't heard from her for a while. I kept getting tickets for speeding and ramming people off the street. Then I played Euro Truck Simulator 2. Looked away for a second to answer a text. Racked up about 2,000 pounds in car damage fines. This game has taught me the importance of not texting and driving. 10 out of 10. It's all fun and games until you're asked to deliver ammunition and chlorine from Germany to France. 11 out of 10 would start another world war. I'm having fun in this game. Why am I having fun in this game? Explain yourself, game. My wife was attempting to park the truck. She only needed to reverse a straight line for about 60 feet. I watched this spectacle for 20 minutes and laughed so hard that she threatened to divorce me. 10 out of 10 would risk 17-year marriage again. Euro Truck Simulator 2 isn't a game you play. It's a game that consumes you. It's a drug. You don't buy this game knowing that you will lose your social life, but ETS2 takes what it wants. My entire family has abandoned me. All that's left is my fleet of 50 trucks. My girlfriend cries from our bed, "Turn off the game, it's time to go to sleep." She doesn't understand. It's not a game. I run a multi-million-dollar international trucking empire. Sleeping is for the noobs. This game receives a perfect 10 out of 10 from me. I have lost everything I have ever loved, but I do have 20 Volvo trucks now. Multiplayer crashes more than Stevie Wonder flying a helicopter through a shopping mall. Overall, this game has me addicted. It's awesome. Yay, I can finally be like my dad, go to Germany with a truck and don't come back. This game is unrealistic. There are no immigrants trying to jump on my lorry whenever I'm at Calais. Vroom vroom speeding ticket minus 500. Vroom vroom speeding ticket minus 500. Vroom vroom speeding ticket minus 500. Don't remove UK in the game, like Skyrim with trucks. You get a speeding ticket, and you get a speeding ticket, and you get a speeding ticket, and you get a speeding ticket. 10 out of 10 would get speeding ticket again. It's like driving in real life, but in a truck in Europe and not in real life. I flipped my truck over because I was taking a turn way too fast. The driver's response was a bored yawn. 10 out of 10. Bought as a joke. Played as a joke. Fell in love. No longer a joke, it is true love. 10 out of 10 like Skyrim with trucks. We recently had our first child and I was looking for a relaxing game to play during my limited downtime. Well, I found it. Cruising around Europe, soaking in the scenery while listening to some random French jazz radio station playing in my truck literally puts a smile on my face. It's also very effective as an excuse for more playing time. I'm just 25 kilometers from finishing my tomato delivery to Venice is a lot harder to argue with than, "I just need to kill these last few guys." Go finish your stupid delivery is the usual response. And I will. My driver hasn't seen his family since 2013. You drive truck. 100% the safest way to travel around Europe during the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. Fell asleep while driving and rolled the truck. Happened numerous times, now I am in debt. Send help. After 7 hours playing this game, I was about ready to give up my career as a European Truck Simulator 2. But then something magical happened. I inadvertently pressed the R key whilst driving and discovered radio. Radio Gothic from the Czech Republic saved me. Blaring songs about God knows what in some Bork language reinvigorated my will to drive trucks in Europe. Thank you, based Radio Gothic out of 10. Very good game. Drove from Poland to Scotland in 40 hours. 10 out of 10. It seems like vehicles on the road actually try to collide with you. In this game, all the other drivers are complete idiots. In other words, it's just like real life. 10 out of 10. This game is meditation. The thought-cleansing effect of driving 1,000 kilometers along the highway cannot be understated. Occasionally, poor AI choices behind the wheel may spike your blood pressure, but overwhelmingly, ETS2 is a relaxing thing to stick on after a rough day. And if that's not enough, you can just drive into oncoming traffic in your indestructible death machine. An alternate title for this game could be Zen and the Art of Logistics. Big truck go vroom vroom toot toot psst boof. Disappointed we couldn't stop and get fast food at McDonald's or stuff and gain 300 pounds slowly over the next 10 years. Otherwise, oddly relaxing and realistic. 9 out of 10. P.S. If you don't find inner peace while playing the game, you're playing it all wrong. Picked the United Kingdom as my starting location. Slowly pulled truck out into the road, straightened out the trailer, and began my adventure across the UK. Then a small hatchback slammed on the brakes when it was only 1 care length ahead, couldn't brake in time, and ended up rear-ending the car. Also got fined for hitting the car. 10 out of 10 best British traffic simulator ever. My speeding fines make up for 70% of UK's economy. I was going 60 and a 30 and got a fine, then shortly after flew over a roundabout and atomized an innocent family who were in my way. Don't worry, the cargo was delivered on time. As a retired truck driver of 40 years, I never thought I would end up playing a game about truck driving, but I find it a pleasing experience when I can travel the European roads, which I travel daily. The experience is so realistic, I would recommend this game to all who would like a glimpse of the life of a European trucker without all the grind and hardship which goes along with the job. Congratulations, SCS. You have a realistic product, even taking into account the suicidal AI. No other game will give you that ramming another vehicle on the highway, which causes a major accident involving the 24 vehicles behind you, making all traffic stop entirely as the road is physically blocked, and you realize you also killed about 20 people as well, and all simply because you wanted to look at the notification you just got on your phone for a second feeling. Hauling 17 tons of nitrocellulose at 157 kilometers per hour on a German highway isn't normal. But when you're a Polish truck driver on meth, it is. It still haunts me to this day. I was barreling into a roundabout as I had a delivery to complete, and I'll be damned if it doesn't get there on time. This lovely family was coming out of the roundabout, and I sent them into orbit. I guess they'll never forget that vacation. I hope they are okay. How long have I been on the road? When was the last time I ate? No, that half-eaten sandwich on the dashboard does not count. It is not real, it can't be. If it were, it would surely be covered in mold by now. There is a cat sleeping on the passenger seat next to me. Is it alive? It's not moving. It has not moved in weeks. Meanwhile, I have never stopped moving. What would happen if I did? I'm not in a hurry to find out. I do not dream anymore. I close my eyes now and then, and everything goes black. Sometimes when I open them, everything is still black. I turn on the lights, but they only seem to make the surrounding darkness even more pronounced. I think about closing my eyes again and sinking back into my dreamless slumber. But then I feel it. Death's cold breath, making each hair on the back of my neck stand up as if it was getting ready to pluck them one by one with a pair of contaminated tweezers. I resume my journey out of sheer terror. Voices speaking in an incomprehensible tongue keep me company for a few hours. The radio begins to crackle, then it dies. A barely legible sign tells me I am approaching Kniazelovac. I do not know where Kniazelovac is, but it's safe to say it was never the center of a high civilization. The Ruritanian peasants living here at the height of the Austro-Hungarian Empire were probably not even aware that they belonged to one. For some reason, the denizens of this god-forsaken country demand fish. At least that is what my trailer smells like. I once stopped to have a closer look at what I was transporting. I vowed never to look again. Some 100 meters ahead, my headlights reveal a silhouette of roughly humanoid shape. I slow down to a crawl. Who is this furtive creature? A fellow stranger to society, no doubt. I check the dashboard clock. 3:33. Nary a healthy soul awake at this ungodly hour. As I get closer to our mysterious nightwalker, I notice he's not wearing a jacket. For an instant, our eyes meet. His loathsome stare betrays a mixture of savage animosity and utter disappointment. I am going far too slow for his purposes. A moment later, I have forgotten everything about this cursed insomniac. Everything except his face. I have seen that face many times before. Too many times. I see it every time I look myself in the mirror. But then practical considerations inevitably get in the way. Who would drive the truck? The cat? It is useless even thinking about it. Maybe one of these nights one of you could stop my truck for me. In the meantime, I have no choice but to stay on the move. I must keep moving. Never been in Norway, so I decide to take a little delivery from Odense to the first city in Norway. In Denmark, everything is planned. Then I have to take the ferry and be more or less at 50 kilometers from the arrival. I take the wrong ferry and find myself in Stavanger, 445 kilometers from the destination. Panic. I need 5.10 hours to arrive, with 4.30 left. It's 2 a.m. I run at 140 kilometers per hour among the fjords like crazy, staying in the middle of the street to be faster. I arrive in the destination city cutting the last roundabout, 3 minutes before expiration. And they say this is a relaxing game. So relaxing and cozy that I've almost fallen asleep on my chair multiple times, eyes closed for a few seconds, fingers still on W and woken back up to a loud crashing noise or a tipped-over truck. I started playing this game 7 years ago. Since then, my wife left me. I was fired from my job. I have no money, no girlfriend. I live with my friend's 67-year-old sister. And all because of a 74-hour trip to Nizhny Novgorod with tomatoes. I recommend it to everyone. Back in 2013, I downloaded this game and was threatened with a fine by SCS Software's lawyers as I acquired it through a torrent. This torrent tracked my IP, and as I lived in Germany at the time, was threatened with a €1,200 fine. We hired a lawyer specialized in this who managed to negotiate it down to €600. Needless to say, after this graduation gift from my parents, them paying the lawyers specifically, I opted to play more of this game. It is a very well-rounded game with a nice development system. The driving is good and doable, even if you only drive with mouse/keyboard combo. The graphics are decent, and there are regular updates. Though there are many DLC, you needn't buy them all as they are mainly flavor and the base game is suitable for most needs. I would recommend this game as a calm, relaxing game to disconnect and just drive around Europe. If you take it more serious, once you have your own drivers and your own business up and running, it is very easy and you print money.